Ethereum today can process about 15 to 20 transactions a second. This Ethereum, including the rollups, including the sharding, if at least according to the math, it's going to be able to process 100,000 transactions a second, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of other benefits that come at the same time, right? The difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is that Bitcoiners consider Bitcoin to be 80% complete, but Ethereans consider Ethereum to be 40% complete, right?
From 15 to 20 transactions per second to a whopping 100,000 transactions per second. This is the future of the Ethereum blockchain network, according to Vitalik Buterin, Canadian writer and creator of the second largest cryptocurrency platform. While speaking at the Ethereum Community Conference in France, Buterin shared future developments he envisions for the platform and how they will each improve the network. He begins with the merge, the joining of Ethereum's mainnet with the proof-of-stake beacon chain, which would facilitate the transition to the less energy-intensive consensus. Buterin explains that the merge will bring the Ethereum blockchain network to 55% completion from the current 40%. This would mean more updates and upgrades for the most popular altcoin network in the future. According to the Ethereum co-founder, these upgrades include the Verge, Surge, Purge, and Splurge. In addition to the cool rhyming names, each of these upgrades will greatly benefit the network and get it closer to being completed as Buterin and his team envision. We will now take you to Buterin's important update about the Ethereum blockchain and the team's post-merge plans. Please watch, like, and share this video. And don't forget to drop your comments and observations about Vitalik Buterin's update in the comment section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
So there's a lot of stuff to do in proof of stake. The end state of all this will be a proof of stake mechanism, which is really great. But in order to get there, there's like all of this work that needs to be done. The surge, sharding, right? This is basically, I think before we wanted to do 4488, we decided that we would like to rearrange the numbers a bit. So instead we're doing 4844, which is proto-dank sharding, basically trying to kind of lay the groundwork for doing full sharding, kind of have all of the data formats in place, and also at the same time adding like at least a little bit more data space that rollups can use to make rollups much cheaper, right? Potentially some, could even be something like 10 times cheaper. That's like the proto-dank sharding. Then after that, we want to do dank sharding, which adds data availability sampling, and then we want to do like other things around just increasing the amount of space that we have, some kind of like faster confirmation, so that Ethereum could have not just greater scalability, but also like lower latency, and at least until you get some degree of confirmation that your transaction got included. So just a lot of like interesting things, at the end of which Ethereum will be a far more scalable system. Ethereum today can process about 15 to 20 transactions a second. This Ethereum, including the rollups, including the sharding, if at least according to the math, it's going to be able to process 100,000 transactions a second, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of other benefits that come at the same time, right? The Verge, stateless clients, so you will be able to verify Ethereum blocks and even be a validator without having hundreds of gigabytes on your disk, which is so great for decentralization. The Purge, trying to actually cut down the amount of space you have to have on your hard drive, trying to simplify the Ethereum protocol over time, and not requiring nodes to store history, and then just like this big long list of things, right? So there's this big long list of like really fun stuff that will make Ethereum into a much more powerful system, a much more robust system, a much more secure system, and even a more decentralized system. But it's a long and complicated transition. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. Like each one of these boxes basically like has like some kind of team associated with it at this point. So a lot of work that needs to be done, right? So the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is that Bitcoiners consider Bitcoin to be 80% complete, but Ethereans consider Ethereum to be 40% complete, right? This is like, I think actually something that I've said a couple of times before. And when you look at what Ethereum is trying to accomplish, it's true, right? Like the Ethereum protocol is like really still trying to fulfill this role of being some kind of secure base layer, but trying to do so in such a way that like it actually has the functionality that it needs to be a secure base layer for the stuff that people actually want to do, right? And that does involve adding more features. It does involve doing more work. But at the same time, kind of there is also still this this end goal, but we're a bit further away from getting there. I'd say it's Ethereum can go up to being 55% complete after the merge. So we're getting close. I think we're getting close to kind of the second half of this kind of big long vision, right? Which is really amazing, and all of the people that have been working hard to make it happen should be super happy at this point.
The surge will bring additional sharding solutions, which according to the team, will further enable cheap Layer 2 blockchains and significantly lower the cost of rollups. Plus, the move from 15 transactions to 100,000 transactions per second, the Verge will allow users to become network validators without having to deal with large amounts of data, while the Purge will help the Ethereum blockchain get rid of old network history. Lastly, the Splurge, according to Buterin, will include all of the other fun stuff. This is quite an undertaking for the team, but they seem quite excited to embark on it. They've already had a lot of experience with the merge, so these next upgrades should come in faster. Let's get back to Buterin's broadcast as he outlines how all members of the Ethereum community contribute to the development and completion of the network.
The switch from proof of work to proof of stake is going to decrease issuance from 5 million a year to this kind of weird math equation that's like 166 multiplied by the square root of the total deposits. So if there's a million ETH staking, it's 166,000. If there is 100 million ETH staking, it only goes up to 1.66 million. So in all cases, it decreases by a lot, right? It's not fixed anymore, but it's much lower than it used to be. In the short term, there's all of this kind of stuff that I do think needs to be done. But in the longer term, there is also this challenge of shifting down the gears again and actually also settling into this newer normal of Ethereum actually being this kind of dependable system that at some point is only going to change very infrequently. It's not even just for core developers. It's also there's lots of things that people just anywhere out there in the ecosystem can do to contribute to this. There's lots of things that just people out there in the community, even people out there in the application layer can do to kind of contribute to this, right? Make sure that your application continues to work and even works better in a world where the Ethereum protocol is kind of upgraded in a bunch of ways. At the same time, also the layer 2 teams, right? If layer 1 is going to slow down its rate of change at some point, then to the extent that change is still required, the layer 2 protocols are going to have to pick up the mantle. And I think our layer 2 ecosystem is great, and it's going to keep becoming even greater.
Following the 75 basis points interest rate hike announcement from the U.S. Federal Reserve, the crypto market suddenly started registering a huge price spike on Thursday. By 12:28 EST, Ethereum had gained over 5% and was trading at $1,723, its highest price since early June. Bitcoin was also trading closer to the crucial $24,000 resistance level at $23,900, a 4% gain within the day. If it does capture this crucial level, we could see greater upsides possibly to $25,000 or $28,000. What do you think about Buterin's Ethereum update and the latest revival of prices in the crypto market? Does this mean prices have bottomed, or are you still expecting some huge downsides? Please drop your replies below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.